It's been with us since 1970. It's the Suzuki Jimny, arguably one of the most iconic cars with one of the biggest cult followings in motoring. This is the fourth generation. It carries bits of resemblance from all the different models along the way, and ultimately, with almost 3 million sold globally, it's incredibly important. Let's explore the all-new Suzuki Jimny. As an automotive reviewer, there are so many cars which I test on a day-to-day basis. I'm talking sports cars, grand coupes, cruisers, SUVs, you name it, they chucked at us. And while you spend time with all of them and you kind of get to enjoy all of them in their own unique fashion, the Suzuki Jimny is rather unique. Firstly, it's not often a new one comes to market, but it's more than this. On the outside, it's cute. It's retained the looks and the characteristics that have given it its fame over the years. It's something about square, small boxy vehicles, sometimes even larger boxy vehicles. The Mercedes-Benz G-wagon, the famous Wagen, the Land Rover Defender. Anything that's come out that's square and boxy, somehow people flock to them, and there's cult followings which follow them all the way. And the Jimny has been like this since 1970. Here in its fourth generation, with so many customers around the world, it still remains a car with a cult following. In fact, get this, it's so incredibly popular. When Suzuki launched this latest generation one, they didn't spend a lot of money on a massive marketing campaign, TV ads and billboards. It wasn't really necessary. This car practically sells itself. Bring it out to the market, people see it, they fall in love with it. And having spent some time here with it, I can see what they're on about. This car is just cute and so very lovable. Now, when it comes to driving and out here on the road, it's certainly not its best place to be. Yes, it'll handle the road. The new one has got higher compression ratios and it's been tuned to be a bit more efficient. This 1.5 litre motor gets the job done well. In fact, Suzuki say it increases its efficiency by as much as 14% with better fuel economies, on the manual being claimed at 6.3 litres per 100, while on the auto just slightly higher at 6.8 per 100. The 1.5 litre naturally aspirated motor can either be mated to a 4-speed automatic, as I've got it here today, or a 5-speed manual gearbox. And with just 75 kilowatts and 130 newton meters of torque, gets the job done of chugging this car along. You've got to bear in mind it's obviously that good old-fashioned ladder frame suspension underneath with the body plonked on top, and even still with a heavy setup like that, which is perfect for off-road, they've still managed to keep the weight as low as 1,300 kilograms. So this car is light, it's short, it's squat, and ultimately it's a lot of fun to drive. But if you're thinking about having it here on the road, you're kind of wasting it. What you got to do is move over there, get into some of the trails and onto the off-road and see what the Jimnys really like to drive. The departure angles, every side of it. It's four-wheel drive, whether it's in 4 high, 4 low, or just potting around here. It loves this kind of stuff. This is what it's all about when you own a Jimny. With this latest generation Jimny, Suzuki have for the most part, kept to the key principles. It's got elements, as I said at the beginning, from all the generations. The famous vertical grille, as we saw in the third generation, those elegant looking little slits at the side, as we saw in the older second generation. There's just little cute, funky elements which keep it original, keep it real. But in doing so, they've managed to update and overhaul this interior, but in such a tasteful and clever way. I love the way they've got these retro, old-style gauges in front of me. Yes, you've got steering wheel mounted controls here, and you even get quite a nifty touchscreen-based media system. You can pair your media, Bluetooth controls, whatever you want, it's got it. I even love the modern air conditioning cluster at the center with its digital layout and these very funky, tactile and easy to use large switches for the likes of your window controls, your hill descent, and even that of your traction management. But what I love about it most of all is they're not trying to be technologically advanced here. They're not trying to bring us something which will blow the others out the water in terms of being a stargaze. Instead, the answer to going forward is actually to look backwards. And when products do that, you find they generally always are excellent. The Suzuki Jimny is included in that list.